Hey everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and today in this video I'm going to be unboxing this. Boom! The June 2019 Comic Boxer subscription box. Still wishing there was a sticker or some kind of logo on here because it just sucks. I wish there was because it'd be an awesome review. Besides that though, for those of you who do not know what Comic Boxer subscription box is, it is a subscription box run by Stadium Comics. In this box you'll get about 5 to 7 different comics, typically 5 to 6. The comics range from your good reads, which are like your underrated, really great stories, to your hype beasts and your variant and store-specific variants. If you are interested in getting this subscription box, I will leave all the pricing and information down below. And yes, I know I am wearing the exact same outfit from last month's video or whatever, like the May 2019 Comic Boxer video. Because yeah, your boy had to film this back to back. And yeah, so yeah, that is about it. That's all you need to know about the this subscription box. So yeah, let's dive into it. So once you cut the tape here, you open up the box. This is what you're going to see. Right here we have the recap card, which we'll look at later in the recap section of the video. On the recap card you have all, like, basically recapping all the comics in this month's box. As well, you've got the iconic bubble wrap. It's actually a little, or no, it isn't thicker. Got the bubble wrap here, which is fun to pop sometimes. You also got the iconic royal blue wrapping paper. Yeah. So we've unboxed all the comics and everything. Let's start and take a look at them. So the first comic we have here is this one. Boom. What even is this? Who even is she? This looks like Gogor? Yeah, this is Ken Garning's Gogor. It is an Image comic and it's issue number 1. Okay. This looks fun. This looks fun-tertaining for sure, kids. So yeah, it's sort of weird, but it is actually, the cover itself is like sort of like a hidden face and everything. You've got the eyes and the hair up here. You've got the hands sort of clutching like this like snail thing here, and it's sort of like a simple cover and everything, but this is actually a little interesting. I'm hoping sort of like the art style sort of follows it. But like initially when I was opening it, TBH, I thought this was like sort of like an off-brand, like really indie comic where it was like sort of crowdfunded, that kind of thing. But then I saw the little Image comic thing right here. But yeah, excited about that. Never heard about this comic, so yeah, it may be some kind of like Tarzan-y type comic or whatever, but interesting. Moving forward to comic number 2 here, let's take a look. Boom. Ooh, what even is this? This looks interesting. I can't really see in the viewfinder that I have here. This looks interesting though. Is this like a, yeah, this looks like a War of the Realms comic. Let's take a look though. Yeah, so this is the War of the Realms issue number 1. This is one of like the side issues of the War of the Realms series. I don't know if you've been following or not. But this is the War of the Realms New Agents of Atlas, issue number 1 by Pack, Lim, and Bleed. Don't have their first names, sorry. But this looks interesting for sure. This also looks like a weird movie poster as well, like with like too many characters on the actual like cover, but yeah, it looks interesting though. You have one of these spider people here. I think it's Spider Woman, don't quote me. Everybody else I don't really know, but there's a glowing like polar bear person on here. Obviously though, for those of you who do not know, there's the whole War of the Realms comic. You can check out April's unboxing and everything. I believe it was in there where I got the first issue of the War of the Realms comic, but this is sort of like a sideline, side story to the War of the Realms issue and everything. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really know about it. But yeah, interesting cover for sure. Moving forward to the next comic here, comic number 3. We got this one. Ooh, we got another signed comic. Yes, I love this. Let's go. Obviously, I know it's signed because we got the certificate of authenticity right here. Obviously, with even the bonus point for the gold Chinese sticker right there. Moving forward, though, we got Punk Mamba. This is a comic that is done by Adam Gorgum, who's like sort of a friend of Stadium Comics. I've actually gotten like a signed comic from him before. I believe it was Cosmic Ghost Rider or it was an X-Men one. Don't quote me. But yeah, it's an Adam Gorgum signed comic and everything. It's Punk Mamba. It is, I don't know who publishes this, but Adam Gorgum signed it. But yeah, I know nothing about this beside it being signed. But I have read comics by Adam Gorgum before, and I really do like it. So yeah, I really do like it. I think I'm happy it's signed, and I like him as a artist and everything. So yeah. Yeah, besides that though, I know I feel like it seems like I may be rushing through these comics. I just am, I don't know. So I'm sorry if it's a bit too fast and everything, but let's dive into the next one here, the next comic. Comic number 4. Ooh, what is this? This looks like a Marvel comic. We got Venom on the cover, we got, I think, the Punisher, we've got Wolverine at the bottom here. Let's take a look at the comic here. Ooh, okay, I like this grittiness, I like this cover. So this is the Savage Avengers, issue number 1. It is done by Duggan Diodato and Martin. Obviously, you've got like these Savage players here. You've got obviously Venom at the top. You've got Conan the Barbarian right here. You've got Punisher. You've got Elektra, nearly forgot her name. You got Wolverine right here. Some of the savagest people in the MCU. Got them as Avengers. And ooh, it looks interesting. It's priced at $4.99 with a parental advisory. So that's how you know it's a good comics, with the parental advisories. I'm just saying, coming from like a comic fan. Got that parental advisory going on for it. But yeah, interesting for sure. I love this cover because I am going to be judging it. But ooh, it is awesome. I like it. And yeah, that's basically that. That Venom drawing is sick though too. I love that Venom drawing. So yeah. Besides that though, let's take a look at our last comic here. Comic number 5. Let's take a look. Ooh. Oh my god, this is a DC comic! Yes! Finally, a proper DC comic! Yes! Yes! Sorry, like, I haven't had a DC comic in this box, I think, for a while, for like a hot second, so like, I'm happy that we have like an actual DC comic in here. So yeah, let's take a look. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. When the cover scares you, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing and a half. So this is a Batman comic for sure. It's a little scary. It is a variant cover and it is deceased with like the DC and the East part of it. It is a variant cover. It's issue number 1. It is priced at $3.99. And ooh, this is a scary cover. Ooh, that scared the bejesus out of me and a half. But yeah, that's it. I remember seeing this cover with DC before and everything, but never really or I haven't seen this cover before, but I recognize the deceased or whatever. So yeah, but I like that though. I like it. It's awesome. That's good. But that cover though, that cover is definitely a little scary. So yeah, that's my thoughts though. Yeah, we're putting this comic at the bottom so I don't have to look at it a lot because it's giving me. It's definitely not. It's definitely a little creepy. So yeah, we've recapped all the comics in this month's subscription box and everything. And to be honest, I really like these comics. They're a well range of variety and everything. For once, we're going to get DC comic. We're also getting Valiant and Image comics as well. So it's not just overcome by Marvel comics. So I appreciate that. Moving forward, though, let's take a look at the recap card here and recap the comics and sort of understand why they were placed in this month's box. So let's take a look at comic number 1 here, Punk Mambo, issue number 1. It is by Cullen Bunn and Adam Gorgum. It's a Stadium Comics exclusive cover done by Mirka and Dolfo, and it's signed by Adam Gorgum. Punk Mambo is a hard-living voodoo priestess who grew up in London then relocated to the Bayou. Now she's a mystical mercenary for hire in her first ever solo series. Punk Mambo investigates a series of abductions in New Orleans' gutted punk scene, stumbling upon the greatest mystery that takes her into the haunted shores of Haiti. From writer Cullen Bunn from Venom and artist Adam Gorgum from X-Force comes a hilariously horrifying tale. New characters, new places, same punk attitude. Great for fans of Dead at 17 and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Included here is a Stadium Comics exclusive version, limited to only 500 printed. This book retails for on Stadium Comics website for $19.99, but here you can get a version signed by series artist Adam Gorgum, along with a Stadium Comics exclusive certificate of authenticity. This comic, it looks good story-wise. Cover looks great because it's an exclusive cover, and it is signed by Adam Gorgum, who's one of the series artists and everything. I like that. I like this. I like that we're getting an Image comic as well, getting those bonus points in there. 100% I like this. So yeah, gotta give a thumbs up to that. Thank you for putting in an awesome comic that's signed by a really good artist. Moving forward to comic number 2, we have Gogor, issue number 1 by Ken Garing, and it's a Stadium Comics exclusive variant. The description reads, from Ken Garing, the writer-artist of the acclaimed series Planetoid, comes an all-new ongoing series of wonderful, weird, high fantasies. Deep underground among the floating islands of Altara, the mysterious Gogor sleeps. But when trouble brews above ground as soldiers of the Domus impose their will across the land, a young student named Armano must awaken Gogor and begin his quest to protect the culture of the Altera. The debut issue kicks off with a 28-page story. This book is limited to 500 copies printed and is retailing on Stadium's website for $19.99. Ooh, okay, we got that fantasy comic in here. I like that. I have to admit, I like that. I like that they're putting in these really great fantasy comics and everything. They're not my biggest fan, but I'm getting more and more used to their crazy world building and everything. This is a 28-page comic as well, and I like that too. It's a longer comic, more story. The fact that it is a variant comic as well and exclusive, where it's only 500 copies, awesome. I like that. Once again, there's many reasons I don't like, or there's not a lot of reasons why I wouldn't like this comic or whatever, just because it is a bit more of a fantasy comic and everything. But I like the fact that we have an exclusive cover. We also have, it's a longer comic, and yeah, that's what I like about it. I think it's a good comic, and I like that they're putting in a better variety once again. Moving forward to comic number 3, we have Savage Avengers number 1 by Jerry Duggan and Mike Diodato. And it's done by Marvel Comics. The description reads, the most savage, most unlikable team of characters in the Marvel Universe is assembled. Wolverine, Venom, Elektra, Punisher, and in their midst, Conan the Barbarian. Conan has returned to the Marvel Universe and his new adventures begin here. What is the City of Sickles? Who is the Marrow God? How is the Hand evolved? The roughest and the most dangerous characters rumble through this new title with Conan versus Wolverine. Enough said. I like this cover. I really love this cover. It's well planned out. I love the characters. I love how they're drawn and everything. The story overall seems interesting as well. I think this is. I like the fact that they're pairing up some really, really great characters. More specifically, they're pairing up like Wolverine with the Punisher, with Venom. Like, I'm really excited to see how they're going to sort of connect with each other or how they're going to not. It looks like a really, really good issue or a really good story that I'm interested in to see. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this is going to go for sure. I feel like what's going to make this comic, or I think what will help this comic, is humor. I am really hoping to see some humor in here in order to balance this out, because I feel like a lot of these characters are very serious in tone, and I hope that they use humor in a way to help balance the comic out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm hoping at one point Venom ends up trying to like go on to like Punisher or Wolverine or something, and like tries to do that and becomes their symbiote, but like they're like, nah, don't get on me. But yeah, I think that'd be interesting for sure. Excited about that. Moving forward to comic number 3, we have War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, issue number 1 by Greg Pak and Lim and Gang Hyuk. It is from Marvel Comics, and the description reads, featuring Marvel's newest heroes wave, Arrow and Swordmaster, a War of the Realms tie-in series. As Cinder, immortal queen of Muspelheim, and her legions of fire demons march on Asia, it's time for a new band of heroes to unite to protect the Pacific Rim. Having brought together a ragtag team of heroes to defend Earth from aliens in the past, can Amadeus Cho reassemble his protectors, Shang-Chi, Silk, and Jimmy Woo, to save the world from incineration? And where is Kamala Khan? And who are the Crescent, Lo, and Luna Snow? Featuring Marvel's newest heroes from China, Arrow and Swordmaster, and a mysterious new Filipino heroine named Wave. The book is currently selling between $10 and $15 online. Okay, let's talk about this. Firstly, that description is a lot. But besides the description, and besides even reading the War of the Realms comic and everything, the first issue, which was like huge, and stuff, getting through that, I really, really like this comic. Like, I really like the, I like this concept of the comic itself. It being a part of a event and everything, it's sort of being a side story. I like that, and I'm excited to see where this comic goes. Because I feel like the War of the Realms, you could do a lot with it. You can have a lot of mystical fightings, or like different like creatures and different visuals, and even reading the first issue of War of the Realms and seeing where it goes, I'm excited to see where this will go, especially with it being in a different country. I've never really seen or read any comics that take place in China or even in Asia, so I'm excited to see that, as well as we have like new heroines and everything and heroes. That's going to be fun to learn as well. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. I'm happy that we're sort of getting a new characters. Moving forward to our last comic here, Deceased, issue number 1 by Tom Taylor and Trevor Hairsine. And it is a Matina variant. And it's from DC Comics. And the description reads, a mysterious techno-virus has been released on Earth, infecting 600 million people and turning them into violent monstrous engines of destruction. The heroes of the DCU are caught completely unprepared for a pandemic of this magnitude and struggle to save their loved ones first. But what happens when the world's greatest hero? What happens to the world's greatest hero if the world ends? Included here is an awesome Francesco Mattina variant. Obviously, right here, the one that's freaking me out a bit. The one with like the really weird eyes, you know, the one that's so friendly, I have to admit. This comic, story-wise, amazing. I love this concept. I really do. I think it's interesting. I like the pandemic-esque, like what happens to the DC universe when this happens, and everything. I'm hoping in this first issue it really does set up what the pandemic is really well, and even sort of catches a few characters in the DCU. I feel like if this is if this turns out to be a good first issue, I really would be excited to see where this comic ends up. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think the variant is amazing, even though it scares me a bit. But I really like it. I think it's a great variant cover, and I'm happy once again that we are getting some good variant covers, along with a signed cover as well. So yeah, bonus points for that. But yeah, besides that though, those are my thoughts on this month's subscription box. Overall, I think they're really good comics. Once again, I like the variety there. Like, I like that we have a good variety. I like that we're getting, like, how it's sort of split up and everything, because we obviously have, like, a big event with War of the Realms. We have, like, at the beginning of sort of possibly a really big event with Deceased. We got some good variant covers and everything from Image and Valiant Comics. Bonus points for that being signed by Adam, like, or bonus points with one of them being signed by Adam Gorgum. But yeah. And then, like, I also like, too, that we're getting just, like, a simple, straightforward-esque, like, Marvel comic that, like, just is very typical, like, Marvel with the Savage Avengers. I like that for this reason. But yeah, besides that, though, those are all the comics in this month's box. I've recapped it, I've reviewed it, and I want to hear your thoughts down below, because I think, like, I want to get a conversation going with you guys. I think it'd be really interesting to see my internet fam here sort of talk about comics and everything. But yeah, besides that though, those are my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner. Feel free to do the typical YouTube stuff like the liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Feel free to hit post notifications if that is something that you are into, and thank you so much for watching, and feel free to check the end screen out or the description to check the comic of the week out. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a good night, and bye!